All right. Hi, everyone. It's nice to see so many people coming into the room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just going to wait a minute, let more people come in, and then I'll give you my spiel. Good, good. More people are coming. Thank you for introducing yourself. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please do so, everybody. You know I like to connect with you all. Tell us where you're from. Say hi in the chat. Virginia's in the house. Let's see where else is coming in from. Cool, Tasmania's here. You guys are just the best. Maryland. SoCo. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, another second. I have to be cognizant of the time because one of my recording devices for today's event on the back end that you all don't see me front facing with doesn't have a plug and it's at 50% charge. So I got to make sure that this all fits in with what I'm doing recording. Anyway, it's so nice to see you all. My name is Laura, as you may know, and I am here in my Cambridge Holistic Healing office with all of you. Cambridge, Massachusetts, just outside Harvard Square. And I've been doing this work for about 20 years. I am here with you today in the live session to channel for you. I channel the Council of Light. They are the divine group of light beings who come through me in my work with the world. And they speak to you here once a month for free. It's my way of giving back as a gratitude to the world because I get to do this as a living, and it's just astounding that this gets to be my life. I'm also a Reiki master, trained in 3 lineages, and I'm an herbalist. So I do energy medicine, spiritual medicine, and plant medicine. I give people readings. I teach people how to give themselves readings. I channel for you. I work with essential oils, and I play with energy. It's a really divine life. So, okay, one more thing. I see somebody here from London. I was just there for 2 weeks at the end of August. It was a dream trip. I was celebrating 20 years of something and 13 years of something else, and I had done the entire UK before in a car driving, and it was a stick shift, and I did not want to drive through London. That was about 15 years ago. And so I put it on my bucket list to go back to London, and man, was it fabulous. London is, it is one of those kind of places in the world. Oh, cool, we've got 2 people from London, and we've got Australia in the house too. So lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, this is the way this is gonna work, folks. First of all, let me just get the executive tasks out of the way. If you are ever moved during these sessions to leave a monetary donation, they are welcomed, but not expected, and they're not needed. But the monetary donation is the physical 3D manifestation way of us saying thanks. That really moved me. That really speaks to me. I am so happy that that landed on my plate today. And that's how we do it in this platform together. But like I said, they're not needed and they're not expected by me. I love the hearts. The hearts feel me. I see them already coming through here. You guys are on like rapid trigger fire with your hearts. It's amazing every time. And I love them. But now I'm going to go into channeling the Council of Light for you. And I close my eyes to do that. So you guys can sit back, relax, just listen. Some of you like to journal. You might have something to write on or write with. And then at the end, when they're done talking to you, I'm going to come back, open my eyes, and we'll have a little post check-in, okay? Okay, let's get to it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ginger. Thank you for saying that. I don't know about the volume. That's something technical on their end on the back of the platform. That it's the highest I can go here for me. Hang on one second. I take that back. Is that any better for you? Did the volume just increase? I'm gonna talk while you assess. Yeah, okay, good. Then I was wrong. It was not on the back end, it was mine. But now it's at full capacity. Okay, everyone, ready? Love you, bye. Council of Light coming through. Here we go. Greetings to you all, you bright blessed beings there on that earth plane. We are the Council of Light, and we are here once again to say hello and warm welcomes to all of you entering this space. Some of you are new and some of you have been here before, and yet you are new and not new, for you have a soul that knows, which is why it drew you here to listen to our words as we unfold them for you today. We talk about various topics, and we've been talking about various things over the years and the decades through the voice box of this woman here, and today is no exception. We would like to clearly outline for you as humans an aspect of what it is like to be human and yet divine at the same time. For you all are divine. You all are light frequency. You all are effervescent light energy. And your science is starting to quantify that for you. Your quantum physics is starting to understand this in a rubriced way. Your neuroscience is understanding your brain-heart connection. Did you know that your heart has a magnetism 100,000 times bigger, broader, wider, faster than your brain's electromagnetic field? Your heart speaks before your mind thinks. And you all now are entering into a space, a shift, a place as a human consciousness of understanding this intuitively. There are many more of you that are heart-led in your business practices and in your leadership qualities. There are many more of you who are heart-led in your understandings of your relationships with your colleagues and your coworkers and your family members, not just as side-by-side participants in friendships or in work relationships or in family relationships, but heart-connected, centered frequencies, kind of like a quantum entanglement, yet not tangled in a bad way. And those of you who are understanding your heart-centered leader qualities, your heart-centered listening qualities, your heart-centered expanded qualities of being a presence in the world, are also starting to notice that your awarenesses that come through your thought forms, your knowings, are more of a spiritual sacred nature, more of a telepathic, more of a 5D connection space than ever before. Because you see, humanity is changing. Humanity's pendulum is shifting from that very rubric, very technical, very esoteric 3D. We only are human in one lifetime. We wake up every day, we clock in, we clock out of work, we get married once and we stay married for 50 years and we have the children and we move forward and we get the pay and we retire and that's it. Rubric, you're moving away from that to understanding that you are creative and you are consciously heart-led and you have souls that have desires. They have karmic paths. And they have entanglement trusts with other human beings that come into contact. Some dip into your lives, some stay in your lives, some dip in and play, some dip in and dip out, and dip back in and dip back out, and dip back in and dip back out. And yet you all are leading yourselves through your lives, through these more awake, more effervescent, more emotional, more perspectively intuitive spaces, places, and traces of thought. Thought from the mind, from the mental egoic rubric space, is not leading the way anymore. You are actually consciously shifting out of that as a human species. It makes sense because every so often there are these crescendos of societies. You know about them. They are the crescendos that you have heard of in the past, such as the Egyptians and their beautiful structures that are shaped like triangle pyramids with those wonderful tunnels that are now being dilar mapped underneath them that run through all of the basin and the plain that used to be bumping up against the Nile. Some of you understand the old paradigm of relationship to triangular structures that look just like the pyramids, yet they're now submerged underwater off the coast of Japan. And yet still some others of you know the consciousnesses called the Lemurians, who left their messages and their records and their files and their history inside the crystals that they shared with you as humans. Some of you are unlocking their knowledge now when you hold their crystals, when you meditate with their crystals, when you sleep with their crystals by your bedside and the point is facing into your mind. For you see, all of the vibration that we just talked about, the creation of the pyramids, and the creation of the tunnels underneath the pyramids, and the creation of the pyramids that are off the coast of Japan, and the creation of the knowledge that is embedded in crystal structure? What about the crystals that are skulls that have been placed on 7 different continents across the world from old times before there was airplane travel, and they can communicate to each other like telephones? This doesn't sound like bunk to any of you anymore. This sounds like, what kind of quantum entanglement? What kind of quantum field? What kind of quantum physics? What kind of heart-led understanding and emotionality connection can we make out of this? This is very fascinating. What does my small, tiny body of a suit of a shell of physicalness not understand about the wider, larger context and construct of vibrational purity that actually is me? Let me do some meditating. Let me do some thinking. Let me do some researching. Let me do some sitting in the knowingness that suddenly is a part of my world, and the knowingness is coming and I don't know where it's coming from. I just know. I just know about the relationship with the person that I am soon to be involved with. I just know about the trajectory of the path that my work is going to take at my workplace. I just know that the boss somehow is going through a big shift in their life personally, and they're going to take a leave of absence in 6 months, even though they haven't said anything yet. I just know that the earth is asking me to help it now, because physically it is getting warmer and it is getting uncomfortable and it needs its collar loosened on its neck. And so I know that I need to plant a tree or turn off the water when I brush my teeth. No one told me that. I just know. I just know that my child that I brought in as a human being to this world, incarnated and birthed through me or through the person who birthed my child, is a wonderfully robust, sacred being that has intelligence far beyond what I thought I ever had. And I just know that even though they're 12 or 13 or 6 or 26, they're here to move mountains in ways that I moved mountains that were not the same mountains that they are supposed to move, and their mountains are going to keep me alive. The mountains they move are going to help me live a more prosperous, more fulfilled, better life. I just know. Do you see, humans? Do you see what we're talking about? All of these tiny inklings, all of these strings, these connection cords, these columns of light that come from your solar plexuses also emanate from your heart mind. Your heart mind is so magnetic. Your heart mind is so prophetic. Your heart mind is the most mystical, magical, wonderful, non-invasive, non-intrusive, simple telephone, talker, communicator, AI planter that there ever could be. Let us now talk about your technology, because so many humans, probably not the ones inside this room with us, because you are alive and awake and alert to these subtle vibrations of your worlds, but a lot of humanity is going, oh no, technology is replacing humanity, and you're having a hard time as a human species. But we want to remind you, humans signed up to do this with technology. You are giving technology all of your mundane tasks that you don't want to do anymore. Farm it out to AI and to tech so that you can live in your bigger, your larger, your more harmonious frequency of self, which is pure vibration. How many of you have had lucid dreams in the past 6 months? How many of you have had prophetic dreams in the past 6 months? It's happening regularly because you are entering a new stage. You are entering a new frequency of being in existence. Your space-time boundaries are being eroded. Your energetic frequencies don't know the confines of walls and windows and doors and structures. Your vibrational frequencies are communicating through all of space and time all at once. You have many life incarnations that are happening all in the same arena, all at the same time. And so you are past and you are present and you are future and you are male and you are female and you are divine and you are hatred and you are tired and you are effervescent and you are sick and you are pure all at the same time. It's all present everywhere. And this iteration that is sitting here right now, listening to our words, is the one that is the most concretely tied to your frequency of self, that is a person, that is a structure, that is this touchable 3D thing called a body. And yet we are talking to all the rest of you, gallivanting off and away and around all over the place, doing all the wonderful things. and doing all the sheddings. The sicknesses, the traumas, the pains, the sorrows, those are the sheddings. Those are the skins that you say, no, thank you, I'm taking that off. I want out. Give me that and get away from me. Let me rise up and through it. Let me burn it off like karma. Let me rise like a phoenix through the fire flames and leave that behind. Let me learn the lesson. Do it now. Transmute it now. Keep it quick, because I'm on a mission to be in my heart. I'm on a mission to be loving kindness. I'm on a mission to understand the trajectory of my life and to move forward on my continuum. And yes, of course, there's strife. I'm not thinking that I'm going to be here like hunky-dory, ho-hum, with no surprises along the way. That's boring. Of course there's strife. Strife helps me learn. But it won't be cataclysmic and it won't be traumatic, and I can move through it and I can burn it off and I can ease into the higher levels of knowing, of being, of existing faster and faster and faster. That is the joy for you humans. That is the joy of being alive. That is one of the many reasons why you choose to incarnate as humans on that earth plane. You go into that experience because it's happy and positive and light-filled and full of frequency and full of vibration and full of scent and taste and beauty. Have you ever stopped on your walk to notice the greenery and the flowers and the shrubs around you and gone, wow, that's pretty? And it's just a flower growing in someone's yard. Have you ever gone on a trip, traveled somewhere that had a very high waterfall or a very wide waterfall or a very deep and lush jungle on purpose so that you could see nature and say, wow, I'm breathing in the air around me? You're practicing Shinran Yoku, the Japanese art of forest bathing, every time you come in contact with nature. It doesn't have to be in person. It could be through a screen or through a picture or a photograph. You could have a screensaver on your computer. That does the trick. It calms, it soothes, it bathes, it nourishes, because your greenery has consciousness. Your trees talk to each other. Your trees breathe. They inhale and they exhale, and they are in cohabitation with you as humans, as you inhale and you exhale. And they're partnered with you. They're on that earth plane to help you live. And so your soul, when it goes, oh gosh, that's a tall redwood, or your soul goes, oh gosh, that's a really ancient tree in the park. Wow. Or your soul goes, huh, look at the dappled sunlight coming through those trees. Beautiful. You're talking to them. You're talking to the greenery. You're in relationship with your nature around you. Be more consciously present of that. Be more consciously present of your ability to also be in relationship with your animals. Yes, you have pets. Yes, they are part of your families. Have you ever stopped to think of a snail or a beetle or a mosquito with the same reverence? When the mosquito comes and buzzes around your ear, have you ever stopped to think, what does it want to tell me? When you're walking down the sidewalk and there's a worm crossing your path, have you ever stopped to think, where is it trying to go? Might I be of some assistance? Because they too are cohabitating with you on that earth plane, and they too are helping to keep you alive. If the moles didn't dig their tunnels under the ground, the soil would be compacted. If the earthworms didn't eat the dirt and then cased it out, you wouldn't have richness of earth to plant your seeds to grow your food. Say thank you when animals cross your path. Say thank you when the squirrel climbs the tree outside your window. Say thank you when you hear a beautiful bird chirping in your neighborhood. They're talking. They're cohabitating with you. And it is an absolute joy, an absolute pleasure, and an absolute blessing and a gift for you to be alive as a human, having this experience that you're having right now. This lifetime that you get to have, from when you were born to where you go, to the things you do, to the lifetime you experience, to the end when you cross into your soul form again. What a blessing. What a gift. What an opportunity for you to say, wow, I am completely awed. Look at the opportunities that I've had to learn and to grow. And yes, some of them are painful, but that's part of life. If you were to have every single thing you ever wanted all the time at your fingertips without ever having to work or be creative or to get through lessons or to learn or to practice letting go, wouldn't you be fat and bored sitting on your couch in the middle of the ocean on a yacht? What would life be like then? Nothing. It wouldn't be worth living. If you had all the money in the world and you had all the opportunity in the world to just coast, that's not what you came here for. Sure, you can have lots of money. It helps you do the things you want to do. Learn your financial wellness practices, people. That's something that most humans don't learn. You learn how to brush your teeth. You learn how to have doctor checkups once a year. You learn how to eat healthy. You learn how to exercise, moving your bodies. Learn your financial literacy. It will serve you well, and there is no expiration date on when you should start. If you're 10, start now. It'll help you on the back end, and it will be easier on the back end. If you're 55, start now and learn the expedited versions of how to grow your wealth. Humans, you have so many opportunities. Humans, you have so many opportunities to grow and to be in joy and to be of service and to learn and to move forward on your continuums. And many of you, almost 99.99999% of you, choose to incarnate again and again and again. And there's people like this woman here who are coming through the voice box of, they have the gift of discernment. They have the gift of divine learned timing where they can lean into your energy fields and they can pick out your past lifetimes and say, oh yeah, you had karma with this person in this lifetime and you lived over here in this lifetime and you had this kind of thing happen to you in this lifetime and now it brings you full circle to here. Because humans, you have certain bandwidths in your lifetimes. You can only do so much in one lifetime. And you know that there is the truth of sometimes there's a lesson that you just don't want to learn in this lifetime, and so you wait until the next lifetime and you try again. And then there are other lifetimes where you're sprinting and you're running through all the gates. Lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4. It doesn't matter. The timing doesn't matter. Go any speed you want in all your lifetimes. But in this one that we are coming to you now from, in this era, where the consciousness of humanity is flipping into a new narrative, you are starting to live from your soul energetic principles and your frequencies and your prosperity more than your egoic, rubricked 3D physical cells. Those parts of you, the 3D ego, rubricked physical selves, need to stay alive to stay healthy, eat clean, meditate so you clean up the gray matter gunk at night when you sleep, exercise, grow your financial literacy. You need that stuff with your ego 3D selves, but you're moving more and more and more into your light vibration. We have been telling you this for decades, since we first started with you. You are effervescent light at your core, and you come here to experience the 3D realm for all the reasons we've said today. And then you go back to being light, source, consciousness, vibrational frequency. It is your birthright to come here and to incarnate as humans. It is also your birthright to know that you are pure vibrational clarity, full of love, full of joy, full of happiness, full of peace, moving forward again and again and again. And so, divine souls, with that, we will take our leave today. Short, powerful, truncated, and beautiful. We love you, humans. We are always here to help support you and guide you through your lifetimes. We come every month. We're dedicated to you. This is our path. This is our purpose. This is the prosperity that we bring you, the awarenesses and the ahas and the energetic tune-ups that come along with when we're speaking. You feel the changes after we're done. So thank you for listening to our words here today. We are going to take our leave and say goodbye. We wrap you in a golden blanket of light to nourish you and keep you and hold you ever so tight until the next time when we are to see you again. Goodbye for now. Adieu and namaste. Wow. That was beautiful. They really talked fast. They had a lot they said without a lot of pauses of breath. Yeah. Some of you know this is the last incarnation for you. That may be true too. And they didn't say that, but that is also a truth. You know yourselves best. You got it going on. Honor what you know to be true. Thank you so much for being with me during all this time. I really appreciate this, and I celebrate this, and I celebrate you as humans. It really is quite magical being human in this existence and having these experiences. And I'm just so grateful that I get to rub elbows with you in this way, and I get to do this with you in this way and touch base, and I get to be the vehicle and the voice box in this way. I didn't sign up to do this, you guys. It found me. And boy, am I glad. I feel very awed. All right, loves. So this is how this works. I am going to go into my dashboard and set up next month's session for you. And as I say that, I need to make a change. It's always the first Saturday of every month, Eastern Standard Time. I have an event on the 1st, November 1st, that I am doing. But I think I'm gonna try and squeeze this in anyway and just keep it simple and keep it on the 1st. But if it needs to change, I will edit it out. But I always like to go in and just add it right after this, so it's set for the next month. Oh, that's very sweet. People are saying that they feel like this is their first life. That could be true too. Or maybe it's just not meant to be known the past lives because this is a lifetime of learning other stuff. Those past lives have to be closeted for a while. Who knows? There's so many variations. Look, I've been a psychic medium for 20 years with you guys professionally in this arena, and the amount of stuff that I've seen and the amount of things that have awed me and inspired me because you let me come into your lives and read for you. Pick my chin up off the floor. I learn every time I give a reading. It's amazing. Your lives are miracles, and you're all wonderful, and you're all going at your own pace, doing your own thing, and it's all awesome. Celebrate yourselves. All right, my loves, I'm going to say goodbye now, and I will see you next month. I will also have the recording ready. I do a recording of this, and I'll have it ready. Go to my link in my bio, and then that hop, skip, and jumps you to all the other places where I am in the in-between from here to next month. Okay? Love to you all. Mwah. Someone wrote a big long thing. Come find me and ask me in my DMs and other places, and I'll answer you. Love you. Bye.